Hello, welcome to our YouTube video on current rules and regulations related to sports gambling ads and why they need to be tightened. We are seeing a rise in complaints about gambling advertisements and an increase of pressure on the sporting codes, with the AFL in the spotlight. Today we look at AFL Chief Executive Gillon McLachlan's admission that there are too many gambling ads, and what restrictions could be potentially tightened to address the issue. Gillon McLachlan, the Chief Executive of AFL, recently spoke out, admitting that there was too much gambling ads associated with the sport, indicating that there would be restrictions tightened as the federal government considers a broader crackdown. Complaints about gambling advertisements have seen an increase compared to the previous year, prompting Australia's media regulator to note the current restrictions were not sufficient and needed to be better monitored. Recently, a survey was conducted by the AFL Fans Association, which found that 76% of football fans would support a ban on gambling advertisements on television and radio. Additionally, 79% of fans supported a ban on promotions at stadiums. The AFL also supports reducing exposure to gambling branding and signage, tightening restrictions and being mindful of advertisement exposure. However, they don't believe in a full ban as they say it would drive it underground or offshore and have its own set of problems. As pressure grows, the AFL have been willing to appear before a parliamentary inquiry next month to further review any action taken by the federal government. Independent MP Andrew Wilkie has also been pushing to lessen the relationship between the AFL and gambling, noting that change is coming, the community are sick of it and the AFL are out of step and need to either get on board or get out of the way. We can see that there is an evident issue with regards to sports gambling and particularly as it relates to children. If a ban were introduced, it would hopefully help to reduce this community harm. However, there is a hesitancy from the AFL and other codes to do this as there could be dire consequences. It is likely that the government will take action and start to monitor the current restrictions in place and look at ways to further strengthen them, potentially resulting in an Australian-wide ban. It will be up to the inquiry to decide what happens in the coming months. We should all be cognizant of the social issues related to gambling and the potential of it impacting younger members of our communities. With this in mind, we must actively look to reduce any harm caused by gambling and tighten the rods of those regulations in place. Thank you for tuning in. That was our overview of the current rules and regulations in place relating to sports gambling ads, and why further restrictions may soon be adopted. See you next time.